back into it.
Hi guys, welcome to our new tutorial series on ESP32 and IoT. Already we have a separate playlist for Arduino tutorial series in which we have covered the basics, interfacing of different sensors and modules, practical projects along with code explanation. We'll be following the same approach for this series as well. So I would recommend you guys to follow those videos, get some basics and then come back here so that you can follow this series in a better way. So this will be the introduction video where we'll try to understand some basics and use case of this ESP32. ESP32 is also a microcontroller chip like Atmega chip we see usually on the Arduino boards. But this one comes with more features, higher performance and operating frequency, more memory, and mainly the built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, which is suitable for IoT applications. This chip is offered by Espressif Systems. They also have wide range of ESP chips, where the most commonly used by the hobbyists are ESP8266 and the latest ESP Room32. I have this comparison table which clearly shows the differences in all the aspects. So clearly it shows the ESP32 has higher frequency, more RAM and flash memory, more number of GPIO pins, ADC channels, and more important, it comes with dual cores for parallel processing and also supports CAN along with other communication protocols. In order to make it easy for learning and also for the hobbyists, we get the development boards with the same chips. I have this Node MCU board with ESP8266 chip and one more ESP DevKit V1 board having ESP Room32 chip. Both works for this tutorial series, but if you are planning to buy one, you can go with the latest Room32 board. Because of its advanced features with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, it's mainly preferred for IoT and home automation, industrial monitoring and automation, surveillance systems, and wearable devices. Its dual-core processor also makes it suitable for audio and image processing applications. To program these ESP boards, Espressif offers official ESP IDF platform which gives complete control over each and every modules and suitable for advanced and professional projects. But if you are a beginner or into DIY projects, Arduino IDE also can be used, which makes the programming easier with the library support. We will be also going with the Arduino IDE for this tutorial series. That's all for this introduction. In my next video, we'll be installing the Arduino IDE and the required board packages, and we'll see practically how to program the ESP32 board. Stay tuned and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching.